Hi, my name is Dan Crawford, and I made a video earlier where I weighed about 400 pounds, and I have since lost, at my heaviest, I was 416 pounds. I lost about 106 pounds doing a low-carb diet, keto / Atkins induction. Then I lost about 40 pounds on that. My doctor took me off of a couple of my diabetes medications. He took me off insulin, metformin, etc. Another doctor took me off a couple of other medications that I had for things like congestive heart failure, high blood pressure, and just a laundry list of all the usual suspects as far as diseases and chronic conditions. And so now, now I am at 310 pounds. I still need to lose about 150 pounds to reach my goal weight of 160 pounds. I have come to learn over my journey so far that a low-carb diet is an excellent diet for health, especially combined with intermittent fasting. And more recently, I've learned about prolonged fasting and its health benefits. I did about 4 3-day fasts. I did 2 7-day water-only fasts, and felt great the whole time. Wasn't hardly hungry, probably because I had done keto prior to and leading into those fasts. So the first 2 days of a fast, I've learned from past fasts, the first 2 days are the hardest because obviously your body is burning off the last reserves of sugar, and you are hungry and your body's saying, hey, I need food, because it's gotten into the habit of having food. And I have come to learn, both through listening to 2 or 3 well-respected doctors, Dr. Jason Fung, Dr. Eric Berg, Dr. Sten Ekberg, and I've also learned through my own reading and research and experience in the past doing fasts. I have learned that the healthiest thing you can do for your body is to fast. That fasting, any length of fasting, long-term fasting, has incredible health benefits, autophagy being one, longer life, you feel better, increased cortisol, which means increased energy. Autophagy is an awesome thing that I'll get into detail about later. But because I have decided and also learned that the human body can go pretty much indefinitely without food as long as it has fat to burn, and I've got a lot of fat to burn. So I have decided that I'm going to do a 150-day or so fast, however long it takes me to get to my goal weight, and I'm going to abstain completely from food for 150 days or so. I may do vitamin supplements, I may not. This is an experiment for me, and I'm venturing out into uncharted territory. It's not totally uncharted because there are people who have done fast well over 100 days in the past. The world record for the longest continuous fast is 382 days by a man named Angus Barbieri back in 1965 and 66. It's documented. It was medically supervised, and he felt perfectly fine the whole time. In fact, the doctors, after 3 months, they urged him to stop, and they were going to discharge him from the hospital because they, for whatever reason, they got nervous, maybe about a liability or something. But he left the hospital, and he continued the fast. He reported in, and they took his vitals, and they checked his numbers, so to speak, every week for the remainder of the 382 days. So I have become absolutely convinced that, and of course it's been proven also in clinical trials and controlled clinical trials, RCTs as they call them, that an adult human male, normal size, normal weight, can go anywhere from 50 to 72 or 75 days without food and be perfectly healthy and suffer no ill effects whatsoever. That's been proven repeatedly. A woman can go anywhere from about 40 to 60 days, and these are normal sized people, not Angus Barbieri. He started out at 460 pounds, and I'm starting out at 310. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to document my journey. I'm going to do periodic videos, probably about once a week, basically tell you how I felt, what side effects or what complications I experienced, if any. And I'm going to do kind of experiments with vitamin supplements. I may do vitamin supplements, I may not. I may do 30 days with supplements and then observe the effects of that, and then I may do 30 days without vitamin supplements and see how I do. If I go 30 days with no vitamin supplements and I feel perfectly fine, which I suspect that I will, given my experience thus far, I just won't use vitamin supplements. I'm going to be drinking water only. I am going to put an electrolyte solution in there that has no sugar, no nutrients of any kind. It is simply made up of salt, potassium, and chloride. Sodium chloride, of course, is salt, sea salt, plus a potassium powder that I have, and which is basically, it's called no salt. It's a salt substitute for people who don't want to do salt. So I made a mixture of that. I'm going to add that periodically to my water, and that's it. And so I'm going on this journey, and I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to my channel, and so you get notifications of and the videos aren't going to be long. There's really not much to say or talk about. There's plenty of information available on YouTube, plenty of videos made by eminent doctors who are talking about this. Dr. Pradeep Jamnadas, he's a heart surgeon in Florida. Dr. Jason Fung, he's a nephrologist in Canada. Dr. Eric Berg, Dr. Sten Ekberg, and several others that I could name and will eventually talk about, where you can get a lot of good resources. You don't need me to tell you about the physiological benefits of fasting. I'm going to be living proof of it, and also, of course, you can get technical and expert information from them. So anyway, that's it, and I'll probably post a video in about a week.